For those that don't know, Dwayne Wade recently came. He went on Ellen DeGeneres, and he made this announcement. And he said, "Look, my son is now his daughter coming out as a girl.
Right.
Now, do you remember we talked about this last year, when the son came out as gay, and they came out with the rainbow flag, all that. Now they're saying that okay, he's now a girl, and he put out this video clip. I don't know if we can.
Because they're afraid they will be judged. I would say, don't even think about that. Just be true to yourself. Because are you really even what's the point of being on this earth if you're going to try to be someone you're not? It's like you're not even living as yourself, which is like the dumbest concept to me. It's just be true and don't really care what the stereotypical way of being you is.
Even when people are being mean, and even when people are getting hurt because they're trying to be themselves, and even through that, you still want people to make sure that they live their truth.
Yeah, I think I know it can get tough, definitely. Yeah.
But basically, is this 12-year-old kid saying that you just have to live your life? If you feel like you're a woman, you're a girl, do that. So what do you guys think?
My reaction to this is it's funny that he's telling us about just living your life while he's on a golf cart in a very, very privileged situation in life. It's just kind of like, okay, bro, okay, sis, whatever. I told someone, I said, this is first world problems.
12-year-old.
And the reason I say that is not to look down on anyone who was first of all, why is he the face and voice of someone telling me to live my life? Bro, you have no struggles. And if your struggle is you want a sex change and you have a very accepting family, that's not even a struggle. You're blessed to have a family who's saying, sure, do you, but
right.
Why you telling me why you're not a hero to me? That's just how I see it. And I don't know why this is a deal. I think we should have moved past things like this in life, where if that's what he wants to do and that's what his parents want, they're fine with, then that's their problem.
Now, his name used to be Zion, right?
How is that
so now her name is now Zaya.
How is that I don't want to sound insensitive.
Danny, I want to hear what's your take on this. I'm curious.
No, I was gonna say that I agree. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this video. I thought, yeah, this 12-year-old kid who's a multimillionaire.
He was driving a golf cart, I think.
Yeah, you have nothing to worry about. You're in a secure environment. Everything is cushioned around you. If you are in a place where people don't like you because you decided that you want to wear a dress today, your parents can easily move you.
Take you out of it, yes.
I just don't care that much. I'm thinking about a little kid who
I actually don't care.
A few months ago was going through the same situation, who's probably just coming from a rather regular, maybe working class or middle class home, and ended up killing themselves because they weren't able to afford to get out of their environment. Those are the kids that I want to hear from. I don't want to hear from this overprivileged child talking about live your life. Yeah, it's easier for you, easier said than done. I'm
a straight man that identifies as a man, and it's still hard for me. So, bro,
even for sexuality purposes,
so because I'm not. But if I was privileged like him, I'm pretty sure life would be rosier.
He can be who he wants to be.
He can.
That doesn't bother me that he's transitioning, whatever it is. That
it doesn't. Even as a 12-year-old, you think 12-year-olds are capable of knowing exactly who they are?
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of people know who they are when they're growing up, and even as parents or adults or whatever, you want to say that, oh, you don't know yourself yet. You just need to grow. But there's certain things about yourself you probably knew, not maybe that sexuality in a sense, but just certain things you knew and they stuck with you and they're still with you now. And maybe someone said that was not who you were and that you would grow out of it.
But let me ask something. When you were 12-year-old, are you the same person you were right now when you're 12? Obviously not. But just in terms of the things that you think and things that you wanted, that's what I'm saying.
Are you saying
now?
Are you saying they shouldn't?
Yeah.
Now, did you also do you know that the brain isn't even fully formed until you're 25?
He might switch back
though.
if he wants to, and I think the moral should be: look, the parents are fine with it, and he seems to be convinced he's fine with it, and maybe that has to do with how he really feels. I feel you're right. The brain is not fully developed.
Sexuality is a very delicate thing, and it changes through people's lives.
Let's stop.
But this isn't even sexuality. This is a. But this isn't even sexuality anymore.
No, I said sexuality in general. I wasn't talking about her. I'm just saying in general, sexuality is a delicate thing. You have people who wake up at 70 and say that they're born a man and they want to be a woman. You know. Oh, they said, I figured out what's wrong
but the difference is they're grown adults.
So you're saying 18.
So when they make that
difference,
are you saying it should be 18?
Between a 12-year-old and a grown adult?
No, because if you see a grown adult and he's a 70-year-old man who said that I decided I'm going to be a woman, what's the first thought? Maybe that they might be crazy.
So let me ask you something. That's
the same thing you think about a 12-year-old.
Can I ask you something? If your 12-year-old daughter came to you and said, you know what? I've seen strippers on TV. I would like to be a stripper, and I would actually start stripping now.
Well, let me put you in dance classes. Where you can learn a classical dance, maybe ballet or tap.
But I thought you said
like
they know what they are.
So no.
At 12.
So wait.
She wants to be a dancer.
A dancer. You're mixing two different things.
I said if a 12-year-old daughter came to you and said she wanted to be a stripper.
Are you saying the Wades is Gabrielle Union Wade in her last name?
Gabrielle Union, yeah.
Wait, but the Wades, are you saying they should have been like, hell nah, like, bro, you too young?
Here's my take. I think being a 12-year-old, you're too young to know who the heck you are. You don't go sit down.
Agree,
you don't know a damn thing.
Wait.
So for you to come and tell me,
I agree to an extent that yes, you don't know. Secondly, it doesn't go with the narrative. If Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union feel any type of way, except how they are behaving, they're going to get a lot of heat for being who they are. And this works actually for them. They're getting a lot of attention. They're getting people like, oh my God, you guys are so blah, blah. It works for them. Either they like it or not, they've decided to let him be a she.
Yeah.
She can decide when she's 18 to say, I want to go back to be a man.
Good.
But the way I felt about Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner becoming Caitlyn Jenner,
again, grown adults,
Bob Risky becoming the Niger guy, is the same way I feel about this kid. I don't care.
For me, it's different.
I don't care because
for me, it's a kid.
Yes, but a grown adult. So a grown adult in the life, you're allowed to make your decisions yourself.
Yes.
A kid, you're allowed to make your decision based on a parent, and your parent has approved it. Because everything you need your parents' consent as a kid until you're 18. Yeah,
so if a parent approves of their child drinking alcohol, are you going to say it's okay?
But it's not a crime. But that's a crime. That's law. The law does not say a child can not change sex.
If a parent approves of their child having sex at that age, it is not against the law. That's not against the law.
And a lot of parents are approving.
But would you find that to be a healthy way of
but that's the thing.
Raising a child?
Here's the difference. I cannot tell Dwayne and Gabrielle how to raise their child.
No one is. But we're allowed to have opinions, though.
We can have, and my opinion is, I don't care.
Okay, fair.
I don't want to hear from this girl that live your life. I don't care.
I agree with that on that sense. If you're talking about if it's okay for them. So I'll say this. If you have a child who wants to change sex, and if you force them to suppress that, that could be negative on you and your household. Yeah. Because if that's the way they truly see themselves and that's the way that they really want to live, then what are you turning this kid into? Just because of something you don't agree with or something you don't understand?
It's not something that they don't agree with. It's the fact that the person was born.
If someone was born, that he's getting no one's saying that she is getting a sex change. All they're saying is that right now she's gonna live as a woman, which means she's gonna wear women's clothing. Fair. We're gonna call her by a woman's name, and we're gonna treat her like a woman and do all these things. No one said, "Oh, well, he's about to go," or she's going in to have surgery. But that's a different. But it usually starts.
This is usually how it starts. Kids that end up getting hormone blockers or end up getting sex changes before they're 18. This is usually how it starts. They start by putting pressure on the parents, and parents agree.
I do believe there's pressure on the parents
in America that I know of, and I know this is probably not standard, but a lot of them go through therapy. Yeah, they go through therapy, and they do this for years. And then at some point, then they say, okay, if you've successfully gone through this therapy process, whatever the recommendations are of your therapist, then we can say, okay, I truly agree that you are, what I can't remember what the term is, but you're transgender, I guess. So then you can think about going through it from there. I think they're probably going through those steps.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to get too deep into this case because I feel like I might say something that will get me in trouble. So I'm gonna just shut up.
If